All right, joining us today is Carlos Jacquez and Danny Swan from Lindenwood Wrestling. Guys, thanks for joining us today during quarantine. I know you guys got some time on your hands, I guess, now. As far as the end of the season, let's get right into it. Chach, we'll start with you. The fact that you didn't get a chance to try to compete again for a second national championship, talk to me about the disappointment about the season coming to an end.
It hurt, yeah. We were down there about 14 hours away from being away from competition. And we were down there, all the guys, we had a good feeling, good vibes going. And, I was really excited for it. This is the moment we worked for the entire season, and this is that was my last time being able to go out there, put on a show, perform for me, my family, my team. And it felt like it kind of got robbed, and it sucked at first, but, big picture scheme, I realized what we're all doing here and what it's for. So I've come to terms with it. I'm a lot better about it now than I was then. But, yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, Danny, on your side of things, too, as a senior, you guys were getting ready, and you guys went all the way to Sioux Falls just to be told to come back. What was the words that Jimmy told you guys, and how was your reaction?
Told us to stay calm, and he told us he was proud of us and everything that we did to get there in the first place. It was hard coming from him, hearing that we're not going to be able to do this. Hold on, my dog. Sorry.
You're all right. You might hear my dog barking, too.
I got a brand new puppy. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a brand new puppy about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I get it, man.
Yeah, they're a hassle. But, yeah, he just had to come out and tell us in the hotel room about everything. And he was really genuine about it. And he was just able to, make us as calm as we could be about it. We were all worked up. It was a really bad situation, but Jimmy's a sympathetic guy, so it helped us all out.
Yeah, he was talking to me, too. Whenever the NBA said that they were shutting down and then other leagues seemed to follow in order, it seemed like the NCAA was close behind. You guys are on social media, as in a lot of people around our age. So when you saw that the NBA was shutting down and then the NHL and so on and so forth, did you expect the NCAA to do the same?
A little bit. I noticed stuff was starting to go towards that direction once the tournament ours started doing weird things too. They were like, all right, now we're going to give each wrestler a limited amount of tickets. And then now it's immediate family only. So then we were like, all right, so they're starting to take steps in the direction. But I kind of thought that we were close enough to our starting point that we were going to be able to kind of slip on by and be able to compete still.
Yeah, definitely. I thought that at the worst case scenario was going to be no fans. And yeah, that stinks, but at least we got a chance to do something.
Right. And that's what Jimmy said. He was at a point where you guys were so close to competing, they thought it would go through, but we weren't sure how quickly everything was going on. And then we saw the NCAA basketball tournament talking about being postponed, and it seemed like everything was going together. So since you guys have been done, when you got back to campus after the long trip from Sioux Falls, what was the last thing Jimmy said? Did the coaching staff, including Jimmy, say anything as closure? Did you guys get a chance to talk, just the seniors? What was kind of the message?
Well, we had the team meeting, and he's been really consistent about reaching out to us. I know he's texted me a few times about it, always out there saying if you need anything, talk to me. I know for myself personally, I wasn't sure about the closure thing until the NCAA ruled that they're not giving eligibility back. So I faced that, I think last week. He reached out again after that. He's just reiterating how proud he is of the seniors about how they performed and the whole experience being part of the family and everything. Yeah, it's just Jimmy's always right there throughout all of it.
Josh, what about you?
Our other coaches too, Coach Dallas and then Coach Johns, they were all really cool about reaching out to us. You could tell we were hurting, but it also hurt them too, having the wrestlers, had that opportunity to take it from them. You could see that they were hurting just as bad as we were. But the big message that I remember from it is just control what we control. We couldn't control that, and we had to make the best out of the situation possible.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about, everybody, too, is the fact that it was an uncontrollable situation. It's not like anything that every other school in the country is going through, and not just schools and athletics, but, everybody as a whole. So it's one of those situations you just got to push by. So, it feels like you have that anger and you have that frustration that you don't get to compete. But like you said, Chach, at the beginning, you understand the situation and know it's probably bigger than sports.
Yeah.
So, again, we'll talk about more, I guess, good things and more positivity. As far as your guys' career, we know what you both have been able to do here at Lindenwood and have been able to show and help build the program. Jimmy's talked about a ton, a couple times on the podcast, too, about where the Lindenwood program has continued to go in wrestling and how it keeps building. So, both of you, I'll start with Danny. Just kind of talk about your career at Lindenwood, what you'll remember the most and what you'll miss the most.
I mean, these 5 years, they've been some long ones. Wrestling's a hard sport, but I mean, it takes a different kind of breed to be able to do it for that long. My whole career has been pretty consistent. I've enjoyed all the competitions, practices, all that isn't the funnest. Some of the best things I experienced are definitely the NCAA tournament. Being there my freshman and junior year. This year, it was cool just to see everything. The coaching staff has always been very supportive of me. I'm actually the guy that doesn't make weight all the time. So those are probably, things that weren't my best memories. But, yeah, no, it's just being a part of the team, growing closer to everybody, making friendships that last a lifetime for me.
Chachi, what about you?
Definitely last year really stands out a lot. I mean, that was the year, I won the national title, and obviously that's going to stand out. But, I mean, we got to do some other cool things as a team, too. We got to go down to Louisville and place at national duels and beat some pretty tough teams. And I don't know, that was the first year I really felt like this team kind of was starting to come together. Like, we were always progressing and, getting better. But I felt like last year was that first year we really made that jump into teams that could contend for, like, a national title.
Yeah.
And my freshman year, too, really stands out. I mean, I feel like that was the year where I kind of made the biggest gains, the most progression, especially like try to, get to that next level too. So that really stands out for me, but like Danny said, like the biggest thing out of it is definitely the friendships and everyone you get to meet along the way. I made some, after we break down at the end of practices, every now and then we say family, and, like I've definitely made some family from Lindenwood at these last 5 years.
As far as the future of the program, losing you two, losing Voss, there are some holes there that you have to fill, but you've also seen, what some of these young guys have been able to do here in the first couple of years, and some of the transfers right away making a big time impact. So where do you see the program moving on from here?
I see us only getting better. One thing that I've always admired about Coach Rollins is his ability to recruit. He gets the right kids and he knows how to get them. And I mean, Danny and I aren't necessarily going to be on the team next year, but I mean, I'm still going to be around the area. I'm still going to be coming in. I got a little brother ready to step up and try to, take the 25 spot too. So I'm going to make sure he's prepared. But I feel confident with the direction the team's going.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. I mean, some of our backups this year are even like barely backups as it is. I mean, our black and gold matches, we had some good ones. Some young guys on team ready to step up. We had some young guys in the lineup. I mean, this year I thought, our young class wasn't sure, but they stepped up for sure. And I think the program's only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've seen what you guys have been able to do and with the landscape now, and it's scary. I mean, you walk in there, I think as a team this year especially, you guys set a precedent that every weight class, you're not going to get past us. You guys dominated some really good teams this year, and we're excited about the future, and we'll obviously miss you guys as part of it. For you guys, though, going forward, becoming adults, getting a career, paying bills, all that good stuff. What's the future hold for you guys?
All right. I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm gonna pursue education at Lindenwood, get my master's there, going into the teaching world. Hopefully, getting our master's later down the road and become an athletic director. Not sure at high school or college level, but that's what I got going for me. I'm really excited for it too, because I mean, I wasn't really into that road until the last probably 2 months.
Yeah,
it's
a new challenge. It's another step, and you get to kind of get going and learn how it is in the next world. You know what I mean? Chach, what about you?
Yeah.
Actually, kind of like the same exact thing. Teaching and coaching has always kind of been the plan for me. So I'm just gonna go Lindenwood and get my master's, and just try to make sure that these next guys, for like the next year or two that I'm here, that I'm able to give back to the program that gave to me, try to work these guys up, get to that next level. But yeah, I mean, teaching, coaching, I'll be at Lindenwood for a little bit, but after that, go to high school, coach for a little bit, teach for a little bit, and see where it takes me from there.
What about the, you guys are competitive guys. I mean, you guys are used to wrestling. You guys are used to, getting after it. So what's going to hopefully help with that competitive edge? I mean, what are you going to be doing now? You guys going to, I don't even know, like getting some, is there like a rec league for wrestling? Like what is there?
I'll go to the local YMCA, throw some mats down. No,
there you go.
Yeah. I probably just go to the practice room and see if I still got it next year or something. I don't know.
You afraid you're going to be out of shape with some of these guys?
Yeah. I mean, I want to go practice. Definitely going to be competitive my whole life, though. That's just in nature. Maybe I'll just get straight A's next semester. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, it's change your direction.
That's the thing to shoot for, man. That's absolutely right. Last thing I got for you guys, during quarantine, I'm curious what everybody's up to. What are you guys doing to pass the time?
I've been running crazy, like at least 3 to 5 miles every day. I wasn't been working this hard when I was like an athlete. So I was like, all right, like, I don't know. You just get so bored of sitting in the house. I'm getting really good at PlayStation games.
Nice. What's your game, man?
I've been playing MLB The Show a lot lately.
Hey,
so if anyone out there hears this, wants to get my username, we could play a few games.
There you go. Danny, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not Chachi. I don't run 3 miles at a 6-minute pace, but I'm gonna go for a 1 mile run. Maybe play frisbee with my dog, and I'm really into the new Call of Duty Warzone right now. I mean, I got nothing else to do. I feel like I'm in 7th grade right now with all the time on my hands. So I've been, doing schoolwork and having a little fun with video games.
I think I've played every sports game I possibly have. I mean, I've gone through pretty much all of them, and now it's like I'm getting bored with video games, and it's only been 1 month. It's getting bad, but
yeah. For sure.
I'm there right now, too. There's some days where it's like, you know what, I'll just go on a run. It's like, wow, I already hit one today. Okay, never mind. Like,
might as well go for a second or third. Absolutely.
Yeah,
guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Stay safe.